Welcome to Trust Leaks, the show that uncovers the hidden cracks quietly costing you clients, credibility, and cash. I'm your host, Sandra Martini, business strategist and creator of both Extreme Client Care and the Get It Done Right community. Each week, we're going to shine a light on the small, often invisible mistakes that erode trust. Trust with your prospects, trust with your clients, trust with those that you don't even know are your prospects yet. And I'll share practical fixes you can implement right away to build stronger relationships, keep clients longer, and grow with integrity. It's time to seal the links and build unshakable trust. What exactly is a trust leak anyway? Let's kind of kick that off with a quick definition. A trust leak is any moment where someone expects one thing and experiences something different, usually less than, if you will, less aligned, less clear, less human, less cared for. It's often invisible, always expensive. Most businesses don't lose revenue because of big mistakes. They happen, of course. However, they lose it through the tiny, silent moments where trust slips away. Okay, so what's an example of that? Simple. You request information and you get a robotic confirmation email. Zero humanness to it. You buy something and that tone shifts immediately after checkout. I actually have a friend who told me her husband was amazing while they were dating. Once they got married, not so much. Things changed. And she asked him about it. And he said, I've got you. I don't need to do the work to get you anymore. Um, there you go. Or someone promises you high touch and you get generic templates. You join a program and you're like, okay, I gave you money. Do you remember who I am? The onboarding, if there is any, is so minimal that you're like, why did I do this? Actually feels like an afterthought. So, knowing all of that, who is this podcast for? Quite simply, it's for anyone in business. Whether you're a founder, a consultant, a coach, a virtual assistant, the CEO, the COO, all of the O's, it doesn't really matter. If you have a business, even if you work in a business, you can see things, you have an opportunity to see them, and more importantly, to fix them before they ever appear to a customer, a client, or a prospect or lead. Okay, simple examples. I go to your website, and when I go to your website, I go to sign up for whatever, a discovery call, a free download, a something, a goodie. I go to get my goodie. And when I go there, I put my name and email address, I click submit, download, whatever your button of choice may have been, and nothing happens. Or it spins. Or I click and then the page comes right back up. There's no thank you. I don't know if it worked. It all boils down to, did it work? I don't know. 5 minutes later, I check my email because I really want that download on X, and there's nothing there. I'm like, hmm, okay. Now, whether I consciously realize it or not, I'm wondering. Wondering is not good. Um, I want to be served in the sense that I requested something, I'd like to receive it. In this case, I'm left wondering. Not a good thing. Okay, so what's another example? Another example is maybe I'm going to send out some emails and invite people to be on my podcast. Okay, on this podcast. Well, let's pretend that you receive one of those emails, and when you open it up, I have misspelled your name. Okay, the one thing that is super, super personal us is our name, and I've misspelled it. And not just a quick typo, even though that's not good, but a true misspelling of your name. What faith do you have in me that I'm able to do all the other things that I said that we'll do together? Okay, consciously, maybe you just shrug it off. Subconsciously, it's a little tick in the antitrust column. Okay, so these are the things we're going to be talking about, and more importantly, that I'm going to be showing you how to fix or look for so that you can fix them. These are clear examples, some case studies, simple plug and play fixes, tools to boost retention, referrals, repeat business, and most importantly, thing that ties it all together? Buyer confidence. You see, we're currently in a trust recession, not surprising to anybody. We don't need more options. We need stronger, reliable ones. 2026 and forward, that's going to be less about who has the cheapest price and more about who can I trust. Because in this trust recession, we want to feel good about the choices that we make. We want to know that when you hire me, I'm going to perform, I'm going to serve, I'm going to do what I say that I would have done. Okay, we want to know that. We want to feel that level of comfort. We don't want, okay, here's my credit card. And I'll share a story where that happened to me this past summer. It does not feel good. So we want to ensure that what we pay for, we're going to get. And ideally, we're going to get it with extreme client care, and they are going to over deliver based on whatever our expectations were. So we want to help set the stage for all of that. Because as I mentioned before, we don't need more options. We just need ones that we can trust and rely on. The other group that this is for is anyone who wants to grow without the hustle and hype. I'm so anti-hustle and hype. It works for some people. Some people love the grind. That's not me. I guess you would call me a lifestyle entrepreneur. And what I mean by that is I help people, including myself, who want to build businesses to support their desired lifestyle. Okay, I call it business by design and have for over 20 years. So it's not who can get to the private jet the fastest. If that's your goal, beautiful. Then that's your goal. A lot of the people that I work with, their goal is a little less private jetish, if you will. It's more about funding their desired lifestyle, which usually doesn't include a private jet, but it could. All right, so we're talking about trust leaks. We're talking about how to find them, how to fix them, how to ensure that they don't happen again. What's your checklist? What's the things you look for to ensure they're not there? How to notice them in other businesses so that you can decide, is this a glitch? Is this something more? Is this something I want to mention to them? Is this a red flag? All the things that you get to choose and decide once you can see where you're like, something's not right over there. What is that? Now, what's next? Okay, first, I want you to subscribe so you don't miss any of our episodes, please. Share this with someone who's great at what they do, but not seeing the traction that they should be seeing. Chances are there are some trust leak issues in there. And trust, I'm using that word very broadly. It doesn't mean, you lie and I don't trust you. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about, again, those little things that likely you personally are not even saying or doing. It's systems, it's things you've set up, it's how you're perceived in all that you do. It's that proposal that you sent over where the math doesn't work. It's a bunch of little things that add up, result in a very low bank account for you. So I look forward to seeing you on the next episode. Bring a notebook. I would even recommend you either open up a notes app on your phone or your Google Doc, not if you're driving, and go ahead and keep a list of the trust leaks we discuss so that you can hand it to your team. You can check it out yourself for your website, all depending on your business and how you're set up. But do things so that you can look at it and go, okay, not an issue. Yep, let's get on that. Thanks for joining me on today's episode of Trust Leaks. If you found value in what we covered, please follow or subscribe so you never miss an episode. And if you'd like to dig deeper into sealing the cracks in your own business, head over to trustleaks.com for more resources and support. Until next time, fix the leak, track the lift. See you soon.